How to use Google Calendar effectively for beginners. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll show you guys how you can actually use Google Calendar effectively, because managing all of your appointments, schedules, and more on a third-party platform can be so difficult, and Google Calendar is super efficient to use. A lot of people don't even realize the power that it holds, so I'll break it down step by step. Now, the first thing you're going to do is head on over to your Google Calendar. Now, once you open up your Google Calendar, this is going to be your basic view. First off, you have a larger view of the calendar on the front, and then on the left side, you have a mini calendar that can help you navigate through to any date. Then, on the top right, you will see if you want to view monthly, daily, or weekly calendars. So currently, the default view is usually a monthly calendar. Then you can convert this to day, and this will show you the individual day that you've selected on your left mini calendar. Then if you switch this to month, it's going to go back to month. Then we can take a look at 1 week. That will show you in a paneled form, one individual week, and all of the time that can be spent over here. So you can scroll up and down to see. And then you always have the option of viewing the entire year, as well as a schedule. And then you also have 4 days as well. Now, if we go back into our default month view, you can see on the left panel, you have calendars. So this will show you the calendar events that you've created related to your Google profile, to specific birthdays that might be upcoming, or tasks. Then on the left, you also have some basic calendars such as Christian holidays, Hindu holidays, Jewish holidays, and phases of the moon, and more as well. You can always click on the plus icon over here and subscribe to a new calendar, which you might know. Now, after that, there are some other tools of the Google Calendar. First off, you can click on the Today section to move back to today's date and easily navigate through your calendar. Then on the right panel over here, you're going to see your keep option. Now, what this keep option lets you do is that it allows you to take short notes that can help you in managing your tasks as well. Plus, Google Calendar also is integrated with Google Tasks. So the notes item helps you keep track of your mind maps or just things that you're brainstorming. So brainstorm for university, blah, 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 whatever is your brainstorm, you can write that over here. Now, after this is just, your notes. However, if you want tasks that are put in your calendar, you can click on the bottom icon of tasks over here, and you can add a task. So you guys can see on the top of this, you even have lists. So I have a My Tasks list, and I'll create a task. Let's say I have to go pick up acrylic box like this. Now I have added this task, and let's say there's a specific date to this task. So let's say I'm supposed to do it over here. Now on the left panel, if I actually enable the tasks on my calendar, this will actually show me the task within my calendar. You guys can see over here, I have go pick up acrylic box over here, and then I have my Bamboo CEO meeting over here after every 4 days. Now, in this way, you can actually set up recurring meetings as well as recurring tasks. So just click on your tasks on the right panel over here. From here, you can just go on ahead and create your new task, whatever it might be. So let's say I have some marketing ideas, or, I want to add another task over here. I'll just click on add task, and then to pick up our acrylic box is a one-time task. However, let's say I have a weekly doctor's appointment, or I have a doctor's appointment after every month. So I have my dentist appointment, and I visit my dentist the same day after a month. So I would do, let's say on the 3rd, I do that, and I can set a time as well. So I can set a time of 9 a.m. or 9 p.m., and then I can click on repeat on the bottom. Once I click on repeat, I can choose how long of an interval I want to choose. So you have days, weeks, months, and years. So let's say after a month, on the 17th, on maybe, day 1, after a month on day 1, and let's say I want this to be on the first Monday. So you can also choose, the day in terms of the first week. So if I am meant to visit my doctor every first Tuesday of every month, so once a month on the first Tuesday, I can do that. Let's say I'm supposed to visit my dentist twice a month and I'm supposed to visit him on the first Friday, and then the other time I can set that as well. So, I have to visit once every month, and then it's on the first Tuesday. So we're going to set this up, and now it will automatically set the first Tuesday, and this will add this task on my Google Calendar. Now on the bottom, you can choose when this starts and if there's an end time. So for now, let's say I don't know how long I have to go, so I'll leave that at never, but I can turn this on and I can actually set a time for when this task will no longer be happening. So let's say I only have to visit my dentist for 1 year, so I can let's say after 12 visits, I no longer will have to visit my dentist and my process would be completed. So I would leave that after that. However, if you're looking for a specific time, you can set that as well. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that on repeat once per month on the first Tuesday, and then after 12 occurrences, I'm going to click on OK over here. And now if I go into the yearly schedule over here, now this is the December schedule. However, if I go into the next year over here, and I'll open up January for this particular year. So we're going to go into the monthly schedule over here, go into the next month. Now we can see on the 2nd of January, we have our appointment over here. Now you guys can always click on a particular appointment to expand that appointment. Now, other than that, you guys can see the dentist appointment has been added throughout the next year. Now, going back to December or our current day over here, we can even do a lot more with Google Calendar. So you can actually schedule your meetings and appointments over here as well. And you can click on the top right over here to switch to tasks as well. Now, if you want to create a meeting or appointment, you can click on create on the top left panel, and you have two options. So you can create an event or a appointment schedule. A appointment schedule is going to allow people to set a time for when they want to meet with you. So you can click on appointment schedule and add a title for a certain business that you do. So let's say I do nail consultations like this, and then let's say the appointment duration is 30 minutes. And then we have our general availability. So let's say it repeats weekly, and we're open only for 3 days. And then let's say it's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for all three. Now you can also add breaks. So let's say we are available from 9 to 1 p.m. And then after that, we would be available from 5 to 6 p.m. like this. So we can set breaks in that fashion as well. Now, if you scroll down, you will have a scheduling window. So 60 days in advance. So let's say I would want maximum time in advance that an appointment can be made. Let's say I only want appointments for 1 month ahead of time. And let's say that the minimum time before the appointment can start. Let's say I need at least 24 hours to be available for an appointment. Now you can always change the availability, so indicate times on specific dates when you're available as well. Then you have your appointment booking settings as well. You can add a buffer time and maximum bookings that you take. And then you have your calendar checked for availability and color. I'm going to change the color to basil. And then I'm going to click on save. And then you can add some more information like your location and conferencing. So how and where you would like to meet. Let's say it's video conferencing, you can add that as well. You can also add your booking page and name and your booking form, payment and cancellation, as well as booking confirmations and reminders. Now, this will actually show you all of the times that you're available for your particular type of appointment, and any of the booked appointments will show as well. Now, other than that, if you click on create on the top left, you can click on event as well. Now, adding events is amazing because it not only enables you to create an event, but you can also add your guests or your participants. So let's say I have an event on the, let's say 30th. So I can click on create event. And then I can create an event. Let's say it's going to be a meeting. And then I can go on ahead and add a particular time as well. Then I can add guests. So I can easily add them by email over here. And then below that, you can choose how you want to meet and click on save to add your events as well. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and you are now able to get started with Google Calendar. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe.